So hi, I'm then Mike Allen Mapa from ECE21, and the name of the experiment for today is Python literals and operators. So here are the three objectives of this experiment. So the first one is to become familiar with the print function and its formatting capabilities. The second one is to practice coding strings using literals, and last one, to experiment with Python code using various operators. So let's proceed to number one. So we have here the expected output, I'm learning Python. So I already put the code that I will use in the Python idle. So we will repeat it for 3 lines. Then I5. So as you can see on the screen, I have repeated the I'm learning Python. So what I did here is I used the single quote in I'm, then backslash in the M, then in the last part of the quote I put backslash N, then repeat it 3 times. So here is our product, this one. Then for the number 2, observe the output for each exponential arithmetic operations. So let's try this. We have 8. This means 2 raised to 3 or 2 cubed. And for the second one, as you can see now, we have the output of 8.0, because in this example we have already put the point, so the result will have decimals. So from my observation, I noticed that 2 was raised to 3 and was multiplied 3 times. So it doesn't matter where you put the point. So the Python will automatically arrange the answer for us. So for number 3, observe the output for each multiplication arithmetic operation. So the difference in the exponential arithmetic and in the multiplication arithmetic, in multiplication we just only use 1 asterisk, while in exponential arithmetic operation we use 2 arithmetic. We use 2 asterisk. So for the string number 1, we have 2 times 3 or 2 asterisk 3. The answer will be 6. So as I told earlier, it doesn't matter where you put the point. So if we put the point in the after the 3, it will result into 6.0. Then if we put the point after number 2, it will have the same outcome. So in this number, 2 was just multiplied by 3. So let's proceed to number 4. Observe the output for each division arithmetic operation. So for string number 1 in division, number 4, so we have 2.0. Then the second string, the second string. So for division arithmetic operation, when we use 1 slash, it doesn't matter if you have point or wala, because in division with only 1 slash, the answer will always have a decimal point, or the answer will always have remainder or in decimal. So for this example, I noticed that we don't have to put any point in the problem. The Python will automatically have decimal results for division problems with only one slash. Then for number 5, observe the output for each integer division arithmetic operation. So in here, the first string is 6 divided by 3. As you can see, the answer that have come up is just whole number or number 2, because we have used 2 slash. So what if we remove the one slash? See, we will have a result of 2.0 that have a decimal point. So for string number 6 and example number 5, we will now try to divide 6 by 4. Then, as you can see, we have an answer of 1. Then if we put a point after 6, we will now have an answer of 1.0. So in this example, Python just simply divide the example and put decimal places on those examples that have point. So for number 6, imagine that we use slash instead of two slashes. Could you predict the result? So in my observation, when we use one slash, the answer will have a decimal place, a remainder. Then if we use 2 slash, the answer will be whole number, or an output will be rounded off. So for string number 1, right. So as you can see, we use 2 slashes, and the answer is 2 or negative 2. Well, if we remove one of the slashes, the answer will be 1.5. So if we have 2 slashes, the answer will be rounded off to negative 2, and while if we use 1 slash, the answer will be negative 1.5. So for example number 7, observe the output for each remainder arithmetic operation. So for this one, print 12% of 4.5. So the symbol of percentages here is the remainder operation. So let's try the example that was given here. So 3.0 will be the answer, while the other one is 14. The answer will be 2. So for example number 7, I observed that when we use the percentage sign, we will come up the remainder of the problem. So we just simply get in this example, we just simply get the remainder of the problem. So for number 8, observe the output for each addition arithmetic operation. So for the first string, so negative 4 plus 4 will be 0. Then for string number 2, negative 4 plus 8 will be 4.0. So as I told earlier, when we put point on the string, the answer will have a decimal place. While if we remove the point in the string, the answer will be just whole number without decimal places. So for number 3, for string number 3, there is no operation given. So Python will just interpret the data inside of the print function. So in this example, I noticed that Python can easily solve math problems. In the first example, the answer is 0, while in the second example, we have a result of 4.0 due to the point sign, while in the third example, Python just interpret the script because it doesn't have mathematical operations. So for exercise, the number 1, what is the output of the following snippet? So the answer will be 16, then 8.0 and 8. So if we try that one in one string, so we will come up with the answer of the 16, 8.0 and 8. This is an exponential problem, with two asterisks and 4. So for exercise number 2, what is the output of the following snippet? So print, let's copy this one. Then we will have an answer of negative 0.5, positive 0.5, 0, and negative 1. So for number 3, what is the output of the following snippet? So we have negative 2, positive 2, and 512. So in the last part, we have the exponential problem here. If we put it in a calculator, it will be expressed as 2 cubed raised to 2. So I will show you how to put it in a calculator. So as you can see, this is how you type it in the calculator. So we have the result of 512. So for the conclusion, after doing this experiment, I can conclude that Python is not just about interpreting and typing words. But also Python is also a tool that can solve different kinds of math problems. I conclude that Python is a multitasking program that helps us to code and solve mathematical equations. So for recommendations, for my recommendation, we should learn the capabilities of this program, most especially in coding and solving different kinds of equations. We should also master the literals and operations here in Python. We must not be afraid to code and explore this program.